Stardew Valley might be one of the best games ever made. There's just so much quality content packed into this game, and it set the bar very high for life simulation games afterwards. And I believe one of the biggest contributors to the game's success is its soundtrack. The songs in the game are masterfully composed by the game's creator, Eric Bone, or Concerned Ape. Each and every one of the songs in this game have memorable melodies, they fit the context of the game, and they are just very well put together. Today, we will be talking about why Stardew Valley soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks ever made. Stardew Valley is a farming game, so common consensus for the music is that we're going to hear a lot of honky-tonk country hick shit when playing the game. And yes, we do hear a lot of country music in this game. But you would be surprised to see that there is a lot more than just country. There is a diverse selection of instruments and musical styles used in the game, from orchestral music, ragtime, pop, Latin, jazz, and even chiptune. I feel the soundtrack generalizes every kind of music because there's just so many different situations that the player is put into. And this is a good segue because there's just a lot of songs for any different situation that the player is put into. Is it springtime? Well, there's music for that. Are you in the town just trying to buy stuff? Well, there's music for that. Are you having an existential crisis? There's music for that. There's even music for the arcade games in the fucking saloon. I can only name a handful of examples where music is reused, mostly in character cutscenes. But mostly, every nook and cranny in this game has a song for it. And these songs fit very well into the context that they're put inside. Let's look at an example. The seasons. Each season has a style of music that represents them very well. Spring is upbeat and motivational, like you're starting a new chapter. Summer is the most upbeat and fun, just like when we go outside and have fun in the summer weather. Fall is more mellow, everything's winding down and it's getting colder. And winter sounds almost sterile or sad a little bit, but there's still that bit of fun in it, I'd say. I should say it sounds more like ice or snow falling from the sky. And this is just one example on how the music fits the context of the whole game. Every romanceable character has their own theme songs that can represent their struggles or their motivations and ambitions. Some of the shops have their own theme songs, and even the Secret Woods has its own song. There's like 8 or 9 songs just for the mines. So long story short, there's just a theme for every little thing in this game, and it's just masterfully executed. Game designers have a few goals when they are creating a game. First of all, they want to make money, which of course they do. But more importantly, they want to immerse the player into a whole new world. And one way developers can get a player immersed is through the music. So in the main layer cake of immersion, there is the gameplay and there is the art style. The music is like the frosting of the cake. You can use a really nice buttercream frosting or a whipped frosting to really help define that cake. But if you use a frosting like pickle juice and sardines, it's not gonna go well. It's gonna break the immersion. So for there to be immersion in a game, the music has to be kind of good. And in Stardew Valley's case, it's pretty fucking good. Like, I never thought I would be subconsciously jamming out to Volcano Dungeon Song number 2. Because the music fits the context of the game, the player is incredibly immersed into it, and that's why we see a lot of Stardew Valley players play for 8 hours on end or play till 5 in the morning. It's because they are just so immersed into the experience that they don't even know that they're playing for 6, 7, 10, 12 hours at a time. That's all I really have for the analysis part. You know, I know it's kind of boring. Now, I really just want to give really good examples of good songs and songs that you should put into your Spotify playlist on repeat. This is also going to be a spoiler warning for you new players. So, you've been warned. The song used in the Stardrop Saloon is a fucking bop. The Western saloon style of the building, along with the ragtime music in the background, is really charming, if not really cheesy at the same time. The Feast of the Winter Star song is just so cheesy and so bubbly, it almost makes me want to get out of my greasy gamer seat and talk to my family. I won't do that though. I wish that Sam's heavy metal song had an extended version because this shit actually goes fucking hard. I really love the synth, and the breakdown in the end is quite tasty. Shane's theme is incredibly fitting for his character. Throughout his character arc, we see him struggle with alcoholism and depression, and this character theme really backs up the struggle feeling. The guitar sounds like it's just barely holding on, and it's about to be on the brink of defeat. I don't know why, but this song just reminds me of Minecraft. Like, whenever I hear this playing in the mines, I'm just like, I just pause, and I just like think about how my entire life has fucking changed, and I'm having an existential crisis when I really just want to get some iron ores. And that's really the power of music, in my opinion. It just brings out something inside of you, and it lets you escape reality, even if it's just a minute and a half. This last example, I'm gonna get kind of emotional. The Dance of the Moonlight Jellies has kind of a special place in my heart. Story time. I first picked up Stardew Valley during lockdown. You know, everybody was inside, nobody was knowing what was going on. And while everyone else was playing Animal Crossing, I was playing Stardew Valley, mainly because I didn't have a Switch. But as I was playing through the spring and the summer seasons, I was really on the fence whether I should put the game down, because I was really turned off by how slow the first season in the first year was. Like, it's kind of boring sometimes, especially as a beginner. I was really turned off by how slow it was. But then I got to the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. It brought me to a moment of realization. I realized that, yeah, This game's pretty alright. And I think, to me, that was like peak immersion for me. And the first song they used in the fall season really hammered in the idea that I've had for years after playing. The idea that the game's soundtrack was an absolute goodie. This was the moment where I realized that Stardew Valley was probably one of the best games I have ever played. Alright, I'll shut up and let you listen.